loading snacks.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to episode 15 of the Loading Snacks Anime Chat podcast, which happens to be our first cast for 2025. How are y'all doing today?
Let's go. I'm good.
2025.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Nice snow day. I know I had the pleasure of being off today, which I did not see coming because usually I have to go in regardless. But yeah, got to sit home, relax, do a little bit of gaming, catch up on some new episodes of anime. So good day overall. I'll be back in the muck tomorrow, but overall.
Nice.
How about yourself?
Wow, I was good. Just went into work.
Okay.
Got into work, got home. Snow day as well. So other than that, nothing. Good old same old at work. Pretty chill day. No pun intended, but
yeah.
I'm home in the warmth now.
And your day, Gabby? How was your snow day?
Oh, it was good. It was nice. Cleaned the car off, just relaxed, caught up on a bunch of winter anime, and just did some putzing about the house. And maybe I'll go to work tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
Hey, they'll find out if you're not there tomorrow.
They'll find out tomorrow if I'm there.
Now, before we get started, just going to let everybody know, Patreon subscribers, you probably saw a drop happen over the weekend where all of us and Marcus, shout out to him, sat down and we went through the entire winter lineup and had a great time doing it. And we picked out some stuff that definitely caught our eye, but a lot of stuff that probably did not. But we'll get into that later because some of the stuff has released. But y'all know what it is by now. Y'all know how we start. So Noah, what do we need to know about?
The news.
Let's go. First we have Solo Leveling came out this week.
It did.
And the whole world is excited. I'm excited.
And they should be.
I've literally been, this is literally my dream to have these arcs animated. I remember sitting around thinking, man, are they gonna animate this joint ever, bro? And then we're really here.
And it lived up to your expectation.
Oh,
I would say season 1, yeah.
The choreography this season, they're really on their Naruto shit. And I'm gonna say this it's like 2 or 3 anime in existence that can match Naruto when it comes to fighting hand-to-hand choreography. You know?
Oh no, they have those moments when they lock in and get busy. Yeah.
They're getting there. They're getting there. And it's really surprising. So it's really surprising and it's just really gratifying to see it all come together so well.
And I'm loving the ride so far.
Yes. That being said, Soul Leveling on his first day broke his own record of 100,000 likes, being the most liked episode on Crunchyroll's history, and it did it in only 10 hours.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Crazy. This hype is real around this one. And the craziness is the hype comes from the manhwa. That's where a lot of the hype comes from, which is just so rare for a manhwa to make an anime so popular. And it's just interesting to see this one so hyped up when it really didn't have nothing but a manhwa to go off of. So next is, I thought that was funny because I just saw so many people hyped. Like I saw Joke so hyped about it originally. I was like, boy, you ain't even read it. What you hyped for?
Like me, first season, like, okay, I like I'm hyped for it. Maybe just
the first season, it was like, so level, we there locked in. I was like, you ain't even ready. What you hyped for? But the hype was real. The hype
was real. It is definitely for real.
But in other Solo Leveling news, the author of Solo Leveling Ragnarok, which is the sequel to Solo Leveling, which is about actually
his son.
I was gonna say, don't say that because that's
you told us about it the other week.
Did I?
Yes.
No.
I was gonna say I wouldn't.
He mentioned it. Yeah, like there's a spinoff that has a son. Like we talking about manga or something. It was a couple episodes ago.
Did I say his son?
Yes, that's the only reason I know that.
That insinuates that
I never heard that.
The entire story. That insinuates like that's a huge spoiler. So I wasn't gonna say that, but yes. So there is a sequel, and it's a story about some stuff that happens. And but the author of that unfortunately was hit by a car, and this is a different author than the original author of solo leveling. And he's not seriously injured, but apparently he's going to have to be hospitalized for a few weeks. So,
Jeez.
Glad he's not seriously injured.
yeah, not serious. I don't know what not seriously injured is.
Definitely prayers and well wishes.
Out to him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And well wishes to him. And I hope he recovers and can keep going.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Health first. Get better first.
Yes.
Oda.
In other non-related Black Clover news,
Uh-oh.
according to reliable leaks, Black Clover is set to return in 2027. According to reliable leaks.
Okay.
Now, what does
It's
this
a long
mean?
way away. But probably
What does this mean? If you
It
know
better not be another
Studio
movie.
Payroll, I don't think it'll be another movie. I think when they come, they'll come back in but maybe they've worked with a manga writer to like, and he's like told them like, I'm gonna be finished by this time, so y'all can prep up. Who knows? But what I predict is Studio Payroll doesn't work on many projects. Definitely not usually more than one at a time. So that being said, not in today's day. That being said, they're throwing all their eggs in the Bleach basket. I know they're opening a new studio. They haven't made any official announcements. So it could be possible that Boruto is their next project coming like 2026, because Boruto's not canceled and like Black Clover is technically canceled right now. So that being the case, that could be what's going on. I don't know for sure, but
I would like it. I would like it. I would be cool with Boruto being next up and then jumping to Black Clover. I'd be cool with that.
I just hope that they both come back in good quality.
Yes, do exactly what you did with Bleach. Do it with those two. Give them the same treatment.
That's just what I hope. But
I would love
what they
to see
did with
that for
Bleach
Black
isn't
Clover.
something like, that's not necessarily per studio. That's like art, and like that's something that I've learned watching these studios. That's up to the director and stuff. So if they have a director which for example, a director I'm really not a fan of is the one who does Dr. Stone. I really think the anime pretty much ruined the Boichi, who is the illustrator's manga art. And I think that they don't do a good job capturing the true essence of that series. And unfortunately, we're stuck with it all the way through to the end. Each season, you hear me talk about, I hope they upgrade the animation. I hope they do, but they don't. It's the same anime director. So that all depends on who they put on it. But hopefully they get some good people.
Well, so yeah, I mean, lock in the right people, get them all people that can work well together and all that kind of stuff. They all see the vision, you know, and just picking the right people, putting the right people in place.
Art and animation for what they have coming for Black Clover, because
Yes.
powers and these demons are they're just so cool looking, and to mess up their animations would be a crime.
Yes, I agree. So that being said, hopefully it comes back good. It's good to know something. We still don't know 100% if these leaks are true, but they've already talked about working on Boruto and Black Clover in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Yep. Next is world's largest pirating site in trouble. The site is not specified, but it says that the site has more traffic than Disney Plus and Crunchyroll.
Shocker. Shocker.
Yeah, y'all might be in trouble.
I may or may not know what this site is, and I have never used it in my life. I just, you know what I mean? I'm just well versed in the anime community, so I've heard about it.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked that a pirate site has more traffic than a Disney Plus or Crunchyroll, to be completely honest. That does not shock me whatsoever.
Nope. Yeah. Same here.
Especially nowadays.
Yep. And I mean, I don't think there's nothing they can do about it unless they make our internet like China's internet, which they're never going to do. Then they're just going to clone the site and make a new one. So good luck.
Yep.
Good luck.
It's just a cycle. Oh, keeps repeating.
Yep. Next, One Punch Man Saitama is coming to Fortnite. I saw Saitama, but One Punch Man.
Okay.
So, that's cool. Everybody loves Saitama. Gabby, did you see One Punch Man?
No.
No, she hasn't seen it, remember? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my goodness, you're missing life-changing peak, bro. Life-changing.
I know. I remember you freaked out when I told you that time.
Goodness. I forgot. I'm remembering now. But yes. Yes, add it to the list.
Yes, sir.
And I have to rewatch season 1 and finally watch season 2. So who knows? Maybe that could be a watch party thing.
Rewatch season 1 is a must. I probably will rewatch it a couple times a year. It's just such an easy watch. It just goes by such a digestible story. Um, Fake Strange. This is the horrible news. Is releasing episode 2 for their series
What is that noise
sometime in
rubbing up against the mic?
2025. Is it at Gabby's hair?
That's what I
It
was
might be my
wondering.
hair.
It might be there. It's gone now.
It's the new lay. Because you got your hair laid last week.
I think
Fake
it is the hair. 'Cause I
Strange.
keep hearing it. Yeah.
Fake Strange is releasing episode 2 sometime in 2025. And we
Sometime
don't know when that time is.
What is this?
Fate
Oh,
Strange.
Fate.
Fake Strange is the new
Fate
route for
Strange.
Fate. Mhm.
Did
Got
they
it.
give a reason why the delay between episode 1 and
Production
2?
issues is what
Okay.
that is said, but that could be a number of things. This joint just has such bad luck. The initial series was delayed by like 6 months, which was initially fine because it's like they gave it more time. The special,
There we go.
Right.
and then the special was released, and the special was good. And then this was released and pretty much didn't have much promotion and only pretty much had one teaser. It didn't even really have a full trailer.
Yeah.
That's odd.
So this one, and my initial thoughts was already, because this is A1 Pictures, and A1 Pictures is doing Solo Leveling, and they've also done many other things like Losing Too Many Heroines. They've been doing stuff every season. That's pretty
Yeah.
like
And
top
Solo
tier.
was probably like
Solo is labor intensive.
yeah. That and
So
that's number 1 right now.
yeah, I mean Solo Leveling is like
Everything went towards that.
generational anime. So it's like them doing that. I think I've said this before, but I was already concerned because yeah, they did Gun Gale Online, they did um Losing Too Many Heroines, they did
Mhm.
Mashal, they did
Oh, they
Near
been cooking.
Automata, which also had delays. You know, they I'm pretty sure they did the Fairy Tale joint too. There's a bunch of things they've been doing just each season. And what happened with the other studio, Cloverworks
Mhm.
was doing this, and they were making stuff each season that was really good. Windbreaker and Spy Family, and just each season dropping great stuff. And then they kind of crashed out on Elusive Samurai, and that
Yeah.
mess looked crazy. And
Yeah.
it was like they had some scenes that was like some beautiful 12 out of 10 animation, and then some stuff that was like -5, one of the worst animes.
Yeah, it was all over the
at
place.
episodes. I think it was episode 7 was one of the worst episodes of anime I've ever seen, and we all watched the episode together, and
Mhm.
that was real bad.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
tough watch.
So it was like I was like, man, I've never seen Cloverworks drop so much heat and then just fail. And there was kind of a little bit of 3D in what was the one? Windbreakers too.
It was.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I
It
was
was a
like,
little
I
bit
guess
bad.
they kind of just like got overloaded. I don't know.
It's
Maybe,
possible.
Yeah. There's a lot.
but I was thinking that might happen to A1 Pictures, and I was praying that wouldn't happen because I really want this Fate to come out. I really want Solo Leveling to come out, but if they're prioritizing Solo Leveling, then
Then yeah, you can't put the same
one's gotta
priority
wait.
towards Fate Strange. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna have to hold off.
One of them's got to go on the back burner.
Yeah,
I
and
think-
right now it will be that over Solo Leveling.
yeah, I think that they decided. I don't know if they decided. I'm just speculating, but
Right.
Aniplex has an issue with delays already, and I think that they might have decided instead of delaying both, we might just dive all in on one
Mhm.
and push one back. So
Yeah, keep the quality together
Is
instead
what
of
it
having
is,
something
but-
suffer. Especially since Fate has such
Yeah.
a huge fan base. Like, yeah, let's not mess that up. Let's give it the proper
Yeah.
treatment it deserves.
it
If they mess
does.
that up,
and
it'd be crazy.
yeah, the first episode was amazing. So
Well, that gives me time to
love
catch
that,
up on
but-
all the other Fate stuff before I watch that one now.
Exactly.
that's true. That's true. Now is the time. If y'all
Yes.
haven't seen Fate, the first episode was beautiful, and you could actually watch the special without having any introduction into Fate just to watch it,
Mhm.
and you'd
Mhm.
really enjoy it. But yeah, now's the time. Lock in. Go watch Fate.
I
It's
hear
not
that.
that much people out there. It's really
Yeah.
not.
I
You
know
all-
we talked about watching together, but getting the time together. We can watch a big chunk of episodes at a time, like we did Kingdom. So I'm ready. We just got to figure out. Yeah.
Yup. So it's not that much. It's really what? 1, 2. There's 1, 2, 3 24 episode series, 1 12 episode series, and a trilogy of movies. That's it. That's the whole main Fate line.
That's light work. That's light work.
Not
We
that
got that. We got
Everybody
that.
thinks it's so much because they have all these side stories.
Yeah, it gets
but the side
confusing when
stories do
you.
not match you could watch the side stories completely, never watch the main route. So
I want to watch the main route is one I want to watch first. Then I can go and watch the side stuff. Once I know the characters and the world and all that kind of stuff, then all that stuff makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. Next we have Makoto Shinkai is coming out with another movie.
I need it.
He's writing another movie. Another 2 14-year-olds with stressful love in a beautiful location.
Yeah,
This man writes the same story over and over and over. Let's be honest. I'm gonna say
just different.
I love
settings.
the movies. They're all right. I'm gonna be real. They're all right. But I think Weathering with You is really good. But the rest of them are literally the same story in a different setting. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I went through a series of watching them all at once because I hadn't watched when Weathering with You came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, once I got to Weathering with You, I was like, okay, this was the best one. It was the best soundtrack. But this is literally the same story over and over, just in a different setting. It's good. Yeah. It's just not enough to be like, I don't know.
It's the same.
Yeah. He ain't Miyazaki. I say that.
Damn, Miyazaki. They're both, I think, up there in their own. Not saying that. Yeah. They're both in their own rights. They do different type of things. They do different type of things.
Totoro, he's got House.
Yeah, Mononoke, Castle in the Sky. Yeah,
like them stories are so unique. I didn't even know that was the same writer as a kid.
Yeah,
like
Poyo.
Main 5. That's so like
with the boy in the hair. Yeah,
and I'm not down to her. I'm just saying.
Oh, he's.
I already know what's gonna happen in this movie.
Even though we don't know nothing about it yet.
No idea about it, but I know what's going to
happen. We know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I can already kind of hear the soundtrack. I can already kind of hear it in my head. I know what's coming.
That's very true.
Yeah.
We know
I'm going to watch it. That's the only reason I can talk about it.
Teenagers in love and some weird aspect will be time travel or rain or something.
And some multi-dimensional raining sad environment. And everything will work out perfectly as they float away in the freaking sunset towards the end.
Something,
Well, duh. How else are you going to end a movie?
I said I'm going to watch it, but I'm just going to talk about it, Let's be real.
Mm-hmm. We'll go to the theater and give it a shot. Check it out.
Yeah.
I won't go to the theater, actually.
I will.
That's what you won't get me to do.
I will.
I'm not going to go to the theater to see something I already know what's going to happen. But I'll watch it when it comes out. That's for sure. If I catch a good IMAX, if I'm available on the IMAX time, I'll go see it. But
his movies are beautiful. You got to go see those in one of those theaters. He makes beautiful pictures.
Yeah, but my TV's beautiful too. I got a nice TV, though.
I mean, yeah, but different when you're in theater. You got all the
and I can make my own popcorn and not pay for it.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be chefing my popcorn.
Well, it doesn't matter. Well, you know what? That's fine because you can barely sit in a seat for a long period of time anyway, depending on the day.
That was just one theater. That was just one time.
That was bad.
That was just one time. I had to use the bathroom like 4 times. In that. What was that we saw?
That was Solo Leveling.
No, yeah, okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's like beer. Once it gets going,
you can't turn off the faucet.
The floodgates. Yeah, that's what it is.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was pretty bad that day.
I'm like, dude, we're watching Solo Leveling. Why did you keep?
No, but it was all during recap.
I gotta go.
I didn't leave during the recap.
One time.
Oh yeah, I did one time. Yeah. But before we sat down, I drank a freaking whole thing of soda, large thing of lemonade, because their Slurpee machine doesn't work. Their Slurpee machine never makes me have to pee. I don't know why, but I can drink as much Slurpee as I want and I'm good.
But that fountain drink machine? Whew.
The fountain drink is crazy, bro. It's like laxative for pee. I don't even know. I'm telling you, the lemonade, it goes through you. But if it's like Black Panther or like Avatar, I'm probably pee once, but that's normal. It's like 3.5 hours. But if it's a normal movie, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't ever pee during the theater. I'm good till it's over.
No.
I've trained years of training. I'm good.
See,
Dear
bro,
Lord.
I know how to pace that medium coke.
bro, your kidneys probably half passed out. Anyways, next we got Fan Studio is making an alternate ending for Attack on Titan, and that episode is dropping on January 14th. They say if they don't delay it.
Okay.
Okay.
So they announced this like a year ago, but we'll see what it is. It'll be interesting.
Don't we already know what it is?
What do you mean?
Is it different than the other endings?
Alternate,
Yeah.
Gabby.
Well, there's already 2 endings.
Well, this one's alternate from the alternate.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
This is fan made because they were upset with the original ending. So
Oh, this is completely fan made.
yeah, this is a fan studio.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought that was just the name of the studio.
So we know that fans have made some insane animes. We've
True.
seen or animations. We've seen some crazy stuff.
True.
That's
Some
true.
stuff that's damn near better than real animation, like studio. So
Yeah.
it's
Very true.
like
I'm not going to argue with that.
I'm not saying no.
See what they give out.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what the product looks like.
Mm-hmm. Let's
Yeah.
see. Next we got Konosuba teased new info on their Twitter.
Okay.
Yes.
What they talking about?
They put up a date and then they just put up a whole bunch of question marks
Maybe
from the official Konosuba anime Twitter.
probably about the special.
Nah, the special already has a date. And it's not a special. That's 3 OVAs. So this possibly could be an announcement for the
A
4th
new
season.
season? I hope so.
Or
I
another
really
movie.
hope so.
It could be. They got a lot more stuff in the manga, so I just hope they keep pushing it out.
Please, because
And I'm pretty sure the manga isn't over.
that show is too good. Too
Really
freaking
is.
hilarious. Yeah.
Really
that is a comfort food anime for sure.
Maybe I'll
Really?
watch that tomorrow when I may or may not go to work.
Hey.
Please do. Literally. I'm begging chat. YouTube. I've been begging Gabby to watch Konosuba and Jobless Reincarnation.
It is
so we
it is
can
worth
talk
it.
about it. And the thing is, she doesn't even know how much she's gonna love
I
season
know.
2 of Jobless Reincarnation.
Oh,
She has
okay,
no idea. Konosuba too, but
That's
you know
what I
how
was
much
thinking.
with
Yeah.
Sylphie and all that stuff that happens in season 2.
Mhm.
I am excited for Selfie.
Like as much as season 1, I don't think you'll like as much as season 2, which as to
Yeah.
where like me and Lo might like season 1 more than season 2.
Season
think
1
you'll
got
really
to a
like it.
point where it was really slow in the middle, and I very much considered like I don't want this anymore.
Really? See, I
Oh, yeah.
enjoyed the world building of it. I was like, because it's
Mhm.
done so well and the art's so good, that first season got animation of the year, that I was just kind of
Yeah.
like, where are we gonna go?
I mean,
But
I enjoyed it, but then all the adventures through like the deserts and stuff and
Ah,
all that thing, and
you
I
must have
was
not been
like,
connected to the characters, because I was really hooked the first season. I was like,
yeah.
but I wanted to see
I
what
was
happened to
good in the
Rudis and
first
Ares.
part, and then the afterwards is like, okay.
what's the name that left him behind? That was my girl.
I'm
Little
surprised.
firecracker.
Yeah, the first season that's
Yeah.
that's the season that really, because the second season didn't make that much noise, but the first season this don't was like, okay, this is the god of isekai. People were going bananas over this. But the end had such the crazy plot twist when, spoiler alert, 1, 2, when Ares smashed and left. And
Yeah.
that was like, everybody was like having mixed feelings. And then like 3 months later, everybody was like, she was fine, whatever. But at first, everybody was like, fuck that bitch. And then later, they were like kind of getting over it, kind of like the Gabby situation. It was pretty funny. But no, I really think it's like season 2.
Mhm.
Season 2, I really think it's much more relationship and stuff like that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Next season is woof.
Yeah.
Next season
And
gonna
this
be
season,
rad.
this show, they actually like move the character. He gets married, like he does stuff, he grows, like all this stuff that
Yeah.
happens in a normal like lifespan happens. That's why I kind of, because I don't really like the main character in this series, and that's
I don't
one
think you're
thing that,
supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the points of it. Like you see where he starts to where he is now is completely different.
Yeah, but I think like they want you to like him now. But like
Now
I
they're
really
getting there,
have
yes.
like I have no sympathies when he gets hurt. I don't really like feel. I'm just here for the whole world, like the whole
Mhm.
universe. Like what's gonna happen here, what's gonna
Mm.
happen there, and that's kind of what keeps me there. Plus, it just looks so good.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So, but that being said, Konosuba is also peak.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next we have Jujutsu Kaisen is the most sold manga and Japanese media of 2024.
Nice.
This goes to show you
I'm not surprised.
that animation really is everything. Y'all remember when I told y'all animation
Mhm.
is animation everything when I asked y'all that question?
Mhm.
It really
Yeah.
is. It literally is everything.
That and great choreographed fight sequences.
I have never heard from
Get the
any
music.
person, and this is no negative to the writer, but that this story is just like amazing. And I myself, I've read a lot of manga, watched a lot of anime. I cannot find anything that is exceedingly interesting about this story outside of the fight scenes. And that being said, it sells so well. People consume it so much, and I feel like it's just
It's,
got the Naruto effect of where
you
the
have cool
anime
looking
hits
characters,
so hard, and yep,
amazing
cool
fights,
looking characters.
and beautiful animation.
And then you've got the sensei, like it literally has the
Yeah.
Naruto effect. You've got the MC who's not that great,
Gojo
but then you've
Kakashi.
got Kakashi. You've got the
Mhm.
side characters that are edgy and people love. You've got the
Mhm.
girl, you know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
cute. You got like all this, and then
And
the
one thing I do love
great
about Jujutsu
fight
Kaisen,
scenes.
badass females. Like
Right?
every
Yes.
female character is the absolute badass, and I
Yeah,
actually love
hell
that
yeah.
about that show.
Hell yeah. So it's like that being said, I think it's a great series. I think it's awesome, but it's just like
It gets
I just
confusing
think
with
it
the
just
power
looks
structure
really
and all that
good.
kind of stuff. Yeah, it's
I
beautifully
just think it
done.
looks really good. That's about where it stops for me. Like I can't like if you take away the animation for me, I feel like this series is as popular as Blue Exorcist. That's what I feel like. If
Mm.
Blue Exorcist and this series had the same animation, this is the same level of popularity. There is no way without
Okay.
Gojo flying around and doing hollow purples and this beautiful top tier animation is this story going to be, in my opinion,
All the budget in them
more
eyes.
popular.
Whew.
Which, by the way, Blue Exorcist is really popular, but it's
Yeah.
not. You know what I mean? Jujutsu Kaisen is
No,
now
yeah.
once
Jujutsu
again
Kaisen is a
like
different beast.
Naruto,
Yeah.
a transcended anime, damn near. So
Yeah.
that just goes to show studios put that work in, get that real hand drawn fight scene. A lot of us just
Please.
want to feel like we're 12 again,
Please.
and
No
you might have
more
the top
CG
selling
dragons.
series. You
Please.
might make $5 billion on one anime.
Yep.
It can happen. You just treat it right. Give it the
Yup.
respect it deserves.
Next, we've got Japanese girl has said, I don't know if this is official, but has married guys out there. Y'all can rest easy because there's girl weeboos too that are even crazier than Gabby and even crazier
hard
than
to do.
y'all. I'm just joking. And she is
Or is it?
married an Isagi cutout. And after that,
Oh, that's not
episode
new. People have married
of
cutouts.
Gabby, you
I
shouldn't
mean, I'm
say that
saying,
with
well, this
such.
situation is new, but like, see
There
y'all,
was
see y'all.
there was a guy
It's a little
who
crazy to marry
married
cardboard.
his 3DS girlfriend.
Yeah, I saw that. And like
This
this,
ain't new news.
this
People married. Someone married the Eiffel Tower, for God's sake.
So, and there was this Japanese dude who married
They
a
need
robot,
help.
but no, this happened like 2 weeks ago, so it is new. But it's not a new situation.
No, unfortunately, no, it's not. We've heard these
However,
stories one too many times.
for all the super weebs out there, just know you're not alone. You're not the only gooner. There are some girl gooners out there too, and they're just as crazy as you. You know?
For sure.
All right.
Cut out.
A cutout is crazy. She was in like
Yeah.
a whole marriage hall and had on like a dress and everything, and like Isagi
I
was
hope
in
she's
like a
also
cutout.
got a bobby pillow.
Hey,
Mm.
I'm
don't
pretty
need to go
sure
any
she has
further on
about it.
that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has a.
I'm pretty sure she got 5 body pillows at this point.
If you to be real that back here, I was about to go somewhere with that. I was about to go somewhere with that one. I'll continue.
You got the whole team.
Oh my
There's a gangbang of pillows every night.
Oh my God.
You got the whole team. The whole U12 or U20, whatever it's called. Hey, you said this, Gabby. Don't give me that look.
Uh,
Okay.
okay.
Next, Farmagia, which is the one the one that
From
you said you were gonna play,
Heart.
The
Gabby.
fairy tale
Yeah,
looking
the fairy
one.
tale game.
Yes.
Yes.
I
They said
have
that.
it now.
Oh, really? Have you played it yet?
No, I might play
Okay.
it. I might play it tonight after Pokemon a little bit.
Well, I'm sure once you watch it, it'll inspire you to play it a little bit more.
I'm sure
But
it will.
Probably.
season 2 apparently is already in the works, and season
Damn,
1
that's
It
quick.
comes
hasn't
out
even
really
started
soon.
Yeah,
yet.
that's quick.
Comes out
I wonder
January
if it
10th.
was
10th is what it is. So 4
Yeah.
days.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And
Definitely got to
season
take a look
2
at
they
episode
said
one.
is already in the works.
Yeah, if they got season
Wow,
two
that's
already
amazing.
greenlit, then definitely got to watch at least the first episode just to see what they're talking about. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
I actually didn't know about this one until we watched the trailer, which
Yeah.
pretty much all the others I've seen in passing, but this one I hadn't even heard of. So
Yeah.
I'm hyped to see it because I really liked Eden Zero. So
Eden Zero
Which
is amazing.
which is another one, yep, that I need to go back and watch.
It's so good.
yep. So next is How Is She ends in 2 volumes. This is another really popular soccer series. And it was
I know
actually like
they
one
got
of the
the yellow
most top
uniforms on,
selling.
or yellow and white. I
I
think
think
the uniforms are yellow and
in
black.
the anime cover art they do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have that one. Yeah.
This one, actually, I believe I honestly think because I read a little bit of this one, I think this one's story is better than Blue Lock. I think Blue Lock has more hype, like
Mhm.
is more hype. When you read it, you feel like more goosebumps and like
Mhm.
hype. But I feel like this one's more like a well constructed story with characters and like
Have you ever seen?
siblings and like I mean friends and all this different stuff.
Have you
It
ever seen
feels like
Captain
more.
Tsubasa?
No, I haven't, but I know
Okay.
about Captain
Okay.
Tsubasa.
That one's
But
pretty. That's a
they're just
really good
like
soccer one.
okay,
Yeah.
they're in a league and they're like in school stuff, and it feels like more of a story. And honestly, I think the only reason that I didn't get into it more because the animation was just kind of weird. It wasn't that good.
Mhm.
But everyone told me that I would really like it, so I went to read a little bit, and yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
So I'll probably end up watching it once the next season comes out. But
Okay.
it's about to end apparently. Next we have. Remember, I showed you that list of voice actors, and I showed you how Power's voice actor
Yes.
and Amelia's voice
Yeah.
actor are pretty much like the most consistent female voice actors
Mhm.
in the industry. Power's voice actress, whose name is, I believe you pronounce her name Farouz, which is spelled Fairouz. I don't think you pronounce the Z. And her
Okay.
name is Farouz I. And she apparently was diagnosed with PTSD recently.
Wow.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Sorry to hear
she
that.
made an announcement to her agency, and then she made an announcement on Twitter. And that's unfortunate news. I really love hearing her every season.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
she's not going to stop acting, but she announced that, huh?
Do we know where the PTSD comes from? Has she stated that, or is she
Nah,
keeping
it's
that to
personal
herself?
matters.
Okay.
Yeah, she's keeping
Okay.
it to herself. But she says that she's gonna lower her activity and just work on her mental and
Yeah.
physical health for a little while. I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess it might mean she might take less roles for a little while.
That's what it sounds like to me, and
Yeah.
I'm completely cool with that. Yes, we'll miss hearing your
Mhm.
voice as much, but get your mental correct first.
Yep,
That's way more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
most definitely. I hope she figures it out. She's
Yeah.
definitely one of my favorites. She be putting in work because she's literally in like
And
3
hopefully
anime
she has a
every
strong
season.
supporting group like around her between family and friends like that. So hopefully she has that in
Yeah.
place.
Yep.
Mm.
So that being said, we might see her in a few less things over the next couple months, but we'll see going
Yeah.
forward. And then last we have the regular Magic High School movie date is finally set, the Yotsuba Succession arc for 2026. I think right at the beginning of 2026.
Yeah, I got to get caught up for
And
that.
have you seen this one?
It's one that I've started, but I keep getting distracted by other stuff. So I need to like keep it going and go through it and finish it. But I'm like somewhere in
I
season
watched
one.
the first season years ago, so I'd have to get a refresh on it.
This is like the mega, like sister brother
You
love.
told me that, yeah.
Peter is the edge.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot
if
of
you've
that.
seen first season, you've seen it. Like
Yeah.
the sister is obsessed with
And they
the
lean
youngest
into it,
brother.
yeah.
Yeah,
To
Oh
make
yeah.
everybody uncomfortable.
like to the point to where, yeah, she doesn't really get jealous when he like finds a girl, but like she gotta make sure it's the right one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like it's weird to say this, but it's actually done in a way to where when you first see it, it's weird, but then they don't do it to where it's like too weird, except for one or two moments. But during
There's
the
always got to
majority
be
of the
those
season,
one or two
just one
moments
or
to
two.
keep
Yeah.
people crazy.
because at the end of the day, they did create the trope, so it's some sort of fantasy. But like
Yeah.
during most of it, it's wholesome, and the intros and outros. I literally on the way to work often listen to the intro or outro from the series. All of them are so good.
They are very good.
They do pretty much a wholesome the whole way through, and they have these one or two moments where you're like, bruh. No, I think they
Y'all
pretty
pushing
much
it.
have a moment to where she says, "Oh no, I almost kissed my brother." Like I'm pretty sure they have that moment.
Man.
Okay, so they were getting a little bit too into it.
Where she had to like run around
Yeah.
the corner and be like, "What was I doing? I almost kissed my brother." I'm pretty sure, and she says it to her. So yeah, they
Okay.
definitely have that, but it's not the whole thing. And I usually
Okay.
don't watch anime that have that type of stuff, but I heard really good things about this series, and it's really good. It's
Okay.
really good.
I was
I'm
digging it for
probably
what I saw.
yeah.
So,
I'm probably gonna rewatch it when the movie comes out because it's only got one season, a movie, and a
no,
season 2.
it's got maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
No, I think it's
No,
got.
it doesn't have 3 seasons. It's only got the
I
2.
think it's got one season of 24 episodes, a movie, and then a 12 episode season that just dropped a few months ago, which I watched. And this movie coming out is gonna be. I wishing that would be a whole season, but it's just gonna be a movie. I don't know why. So if
Because
you watch
anime
it,
movies are taking over the world.
literally, if you
Mhm.
watch it, watch. Well, sometimes if they only want to release
Yeah.
something that's less
Wait.
than 12 episodes,
No, go ahead.
then they won't do more. They won't do. They'll do a movie like they've done that with other series before. But I wish they would just go with the whole 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But I'll probably rewatch it when this new movie comes out. So if you do watch it, Lo, just remember season 1, movie, and then season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should be easy enough to remember. But thank you for that. So let's move on
That's
to
all
Thriller
the
Park.
news.
Yeah, let's move on to the park because we started our venture in Thriller Park last week, which is Higurashi When They Cry. Instead of doing the 3 episodes, we actually watched 4 because everybody wanted to see what the hell was happening next.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, so did I want to know what was gonna happen next. So, but episodes 1 through 4 of Higurashi, where are we at on it so far? Are we
That shit was
liking it?
peak.
I'm excited. I want to see
It was so
all of
good.
the things that's going to happen next. Even if I already know some of them.
It's
Rabbit
definitely
hole.
going on a S tier submission. This
Yeah,
one had me
that's for
hooked the
sure.
whole time.
Yeah.
This is definitely still one of the creepiest animes I've ever seen. But I was enjoying it while I was watching it, trying to kind of piece things together. The biggest complaint I have about it was the fact that it would get so ridiculously silly, and then like the flick of a light switch, it would get extremely eerie and extremely creepy. And sometimes just bouncing between the two threw me off a little bit. But it's just a weird feeling to be trying to get you to laugh in 1 second, and then just like that is being disturbingly creepy.
That's
But
the creepy part.
yeah, and I can say right now, I'm a little bit lost of where we're going next after these 4 episodes because people dead who seem to be main characters. So I don't know, but I'm kind of starting to lead in your thought process, Noah, of it being like a possession or something that may be happening to him. Like I want them to be just psychologically crazy to the beginning, which they were kind of, I don't know, I feel like alluding to, but I'm starting to think more of your line of thinking that it might be a possession of someone. Just how episode 4 ended. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with him going crazy, him scratching his throat out. We heard about it, but like kind of hearing him do it to himself kind of
Yeah.
seeing him do it to himself. It did feel more like something possession-y, like had his hold on him or something like that. I don't know. Still trying to figure out all that where we're going, but yeah, a very strong first 4 episodes. I do agree. What about you, Gab?
As always, I was very excited for this one coming up. I want to learn more about the blanking on their god or that curse that there's like Oni Oyamatsu Sama or something. Okay, can't remember off the top of my head, but I want to know more about this curse because it seems to be related to all the different deaths. The cameraman, the lady, now these two. What's the secret group that's here? Are we going to go to a different location, or are we staying here in the village?
Right.
What's going to happen next? If, like you said, these main characters are now dead. Now Higurashi has a bunch of different kind of spin-offs and series surrounding it, so maybe we're gonna run into one of those. Maybe we're not. Who knows? I'm excited to see where we're going next, since this one seemed pretty concluded in 4 episodes, which was
I looked up
it's a
the
bit
watch
strange.
order. We're going like this is the first one. So
Right.
we
Yeah,
should, like everything we're seeing now should be like the introduction to everything.
Yeah.
I know you were locked in on that. Who's the guy? The camera guy, or whatever. You were locked on him for a second there. No, until they got the
Oh,
news.
we were trying to figure out who was he gonna die
Yeah,
or was he
what
gonna
he
be
would
a
be.
killer?
Yeah.
He ended
They
up
took care of
twisted
that.
and not twisted in the
Okay.
head, twisted in half.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
but I do agree. As far as Thriller Park goes and all the stuff we watched, this one is pretty high so far, just off
Oh,
the
yeah.
first 4 episodes. It succeeds in being very creepy and very eerie. It does. And it turns up rather quick. Like they don't take maybe but an episode kind of just messing with your head a little bit. Then after that, from 2 to 4, they just step on the gas with freaking you out whenever they get a chance to. Them little girls are disturbing.
I don't like the silly stuff either, but the ambiance they portray when they're doing the scary stuff is really good production. Like real good. And when like even the time when they had the eyeball come out when he turned around, that jump scared me. Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Hold up.
Yeah. We tried to get through the door. And she came in peeking or whatever, then she's trying to get it open. He's slamming her hands against it, like, hey, this is y'all are getting a little bit too much now.
Yep. And then the soundtrack is really good too. Yeah, I mean it's just the overall, I guess for those who don't know, for a 10-second synopsis, basically they're trying to figure out a curse in a village, and the guy has best friends, which is 3 girls, and then they're all connected to a mysterious accident. 4 girls, I'm sorry. And you find out that each mysterious accident not connected to each other, the person who died in the accident is one of these girls is their children. And so, I mean, long story short, you find out that these girls are involved with all the crazy stuff going on. So we're trying to figure out, are they possessed or are they actually just a bunch of Jeffrey Dahmers?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know I said I'd seen like the first few episodes way back then or whatever. It was the first 4 was the ones I saw, the one we watched. So I remember him pulling out his neck in the phone booth. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm not watching no more of this. Yeah, y'all have freaked me out enough for these past 3 episodes. So going forward, I literally don't know anything that is about to happen. And
awesome.
I don't know if
I've never seen this, Gabby.
No, but like I said, I have been binging 8-hour plus deep dives on the Higurashi topic series. So what I know might not be in order. It could, because it's a combination of this one and a few of the other ones. So, and it's based off of the combination of anime, games, and light novels I think they have as well for the series.
Yeah.
So what I know might not specifically happen.
Okay. But it was enough in those first 4 episodes with the knowledge you do have to have you enjoying it and stay on your toes.
Oh, yeah. I was still very much enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah. Episode 5 this Thursday. I don't know what is going to happen next. As something tells me, though, as much as we're all enjoying it. I'll throw myself in there. I'm not going to be reluctant about it. As much as we all are actually enjoying it, I can see us maybe getting in another episode or so. Like, yeah, we're going to do 3 episodes tonight. And then it ends and everybody's like, nope, do another one.
One
Nope, do
more.
another one. Like,
Keep
yeah,
going.
I guess I can see
It
that
depends on
type
how
of.
good it depends on how they end the 3rd episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it depends on that cliffhanger they give us. But no, I
Mhm.
think we would all recommend that one, join us in Discord to watch it with us. And if not, please check it out for yourself. It's so far, it's starting off very, very strong. Uh, and we're actually looking forward to seeing where we go with this one.
Yep.
But that's enough about Thriller Park. Gabby, what topic
Yes.
have you brought for us this week to talk about?
Oh, we're doing our topics now. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Let me switch my
Mm-hmm.
thing. Okay. So I thought of this one when I was doing, as you know, every year, twice a year, I rewatch One Piece from the very beginning up to where we are currently because I am just a One Piece fanatic. So I was going through where I was going to start my things because doing the rewatch of, you know, Fishman arc and then what
Mm-hmm.
we're having Eggleg currently trying to catch up. So I didn't know if I was going to start before or after. But similar to something that Noah's always talked about is like manga canon versus anime canon, aka filler arcs. There's always kind of been a debate on either how it's classified as like a filler. What if the artist or animation studio made a statement about it? Do you go strictly by what's in the manga, which is what people must do? But is it something that starts in the manga or starts in the anime? That'll choose kind of how you view a filler and an anime canon versus a manga canon. But what are y'all's thoughts on filler in general?
For myself, I hate fillers for the most part because
Mhm.
they're usually terrible. Outside of like One Piece fillers, for the most part, don't bother me because it's either a quick little side adventure, nothing that's going to take too long, or they put you in recap hell where they show you here's Nami doing a recap or something, or she's walking around the town helping a little girl do something, and give everybody an episode like that. And then we're done, and then it's back to normal. Or they give you something like say little quick ones like G8, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So One Piece fillers have never really bothered me like they do with like a Naruto or Bleach or just Fairy Tail, whatever they are. They bother me. I don't mind though when you do something like what they did with the Black Clover movie, how it wasn't canon, but it's something that the creator wanted to do if he had more time. So they turned it like into a movie. Like I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I get that. I don't mind that. And like how they do the My Hero movies, where like if you fit them in at the right spot, like it could, like you could watch it with the flow of the show and it still feel fine. Those
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with. I think it's just the very I hate fillers. I'd rather take the approach that most studios are taking now, where give us a season, stop, and come back instead of wasting our time with a bunch of BS. I get it back in the day why fillers were such a thing. You know, they're trying to milk
Yeah.
it to go over and all that kind of stuff. But we have shown that even though I do miss the long format stuff, just because that's how I came up on a lot of those things,
Mhm.
I think as far as the quality of everything and keeping it concise within the story, just take off for a season and come back with a season 2 and a 3 and so forth and so forth. That's how I feel.
That is a good point. I hadn't thought of that. What when you bring it up long format now when we're doing the shorter format, they do use fillers a lot of the time to kind of quote unquote take their breaks from the actual story arcs. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we don't see a lot of filler nowadays compared to when we did back then in series. So a lot of this is specifically tailored question towards the older ones. But Noah, what do you think?
Yeah. I think we all kind of like feel the same way where we just like all hate filler. Like we
Mhm.
just all would prefer it not to be there. Um Obviously the main reason they did filler is to allow it to keep up with the manga.
Right.
And that's when they did, like you said, long format anime. But that's because a lot of series were long series and they're
Yeah.
not animating long series anymore. There's pretty much like I said it for many years, but Black Clover was like the last
Probably,
series
yeah, one of the
to have
last.
100 plus episodes of continuing.
And the only
Yeah.
reason that one is because World Trigger stopped right before that, which also had a few hundred episodes. But that was the last one. So they really stopped that. And that was just like when they're continuing to make a series and episodes for years and a studio has a budget, they got to fill the budget. And with
Yeah.
that, they would do filler. And unfortunately, people would be so hooked to their favorite, they would just be excited to get more content, which is like how I was when I first watched Naruto and One Piece. I didn't really, well, One Piece I did because I watched it later, but when I watched, I can't remember what else had filler. I was just like, screw it, what I mean? I just want more content. I didn't even care.
I
Yeah.
feel you. Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
was when I was only had one or two things to watch, so my opinion has changed now that I got lots of stuff to watch too.
And probably back
But
then,
Mhm.
like you may not have known as better when it comes to like
Didn't know
what
the
you're watching.
details.
Yeah, like you think you're just
yeah,
watching like
no,
the
I
show.
knew it was. I knew it was filler. I knew it was. I remember the first time. I think probably the most memorable moment when I could discovered something was filler, and I feel like I did even younger. This was, but when I was watching Naruto, and it was the arc where they picked up the four, not the four tails, the six tails, maybe no, the five tails. I can't remember which tails. Maybe it was the three tails, and it was
The
the bubble
bubble dude,
guy. Yeah,
two tails.
that was two tails, and
I
I
think pretty sure he
remember.
was two tails.
Yeah, and I remember I immediately went to look it up,
Uh,
and I was like, "Is this canon?" Because I was like, "This is really bad." And I remember I was watching. This was my first time. I was like, "This whole arc is horrible." He also had like eight of the Akatsuki pull up on him at once. Nobody else had that. I was like, "And aren't they supposed to be strong?"
oh, never mind. He was six tails.
The
Two
six
tails. I think it's
tails.
the cat.
Okay. And yeah, but to say about what Gabby said as to where when artists make a statement about it, the genuine definition of canon is, what I mean, a set of like texts or a book or whatever that's accepted as genuine. So for
Hmm.
example, the final season of Game of Thrones, book readers do not accept that as canon. You all know that. If
Mhm.
y'all are Game
Yeah.
of Thrones fans, they don't accept because it isn't written.
Yeah,
They
it's not
don't
hasn't been written
accept
yet.
that.
Yeah.
So it's straight. And then people be like, it's the story, it's the story. We don't accept that because we know what the real
Yeah.
story is coming, or it didn't align with what we know. For
Yeah.
example, I've argued with many times with people how I don't accept the parts of Boruto that are anime canon and not in the manga because the writer said, "Oh, consider this canon." And I'm like, I don't. Sorry. You can say consider it, but I don't. If it's not written, to me, it's not canon. Unless you're sitting down and you're writing these episodes, which you're not, because I noticed a genuine quality difference. So you
Mhm.
can't tell me that. And then they do this thing where it's supervised, where the person may have just seen it and then they sign off and, okay, I agree with that. Which I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I know this work is not equivalent to your other work. Therefore, I'm
Hmm.
not accepting it. And that's kind of how I feel about that. That's to where some people are like, no, this is just the anime canon. This is just the manga canon. I'm like, no, what's written and what was animated is the story. And that's it for me. If the writer says he wants us to accept that other stuff, sure, but I'm not going to. So
Yeah.
when people are talking about me, oh, what about this fight scene? That makes Boruto look stronger here. I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. I haven't even paid attention to that part.
Yeah.
But the movies, like you said, they are nice. But at the end of the day, what have we seen? Canon movies are still better. So it's
Oh
like the
yeah.
movies
Yeah.
are great, but I
Always.
still
They're more
prefer them to canon.
exciting. Yeah.
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 The Jujutsu Kaisen one, the
Oh, that was
Demon
so good.
Slayer one,
Mhm.
the Overlord
Overlook. Yep.
one, um, all of them. It's just like I do like non-canon. It's fun that but then it's like you put all this effort and animation into something that don't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So
Yeah.
just do it canon. Like I'd still
Yeah.
prefer
Yeah.
it to be canon, but I do love seeing
Yeah.
Violet Rasengan on Naruto every now and then. I guess
There are a
know.
few exceptions to that. There are always going to be movies like I love. There's the one Naruto movie. I think it's like the second or the third one. They're in like a snow village or something. It's got the rainbow Rasengan, I think. But like, I absolutely love that
That's the one
movie.
I'm
That's
talking
my
about. That's what
favorite.
I'm talking
Okay,
about.
that's my
Yeah,
favorite
no, that was a
Naruto
great
movie.
movie. That was a
I
great movie.
loved it. But
But
like,
but
and
then I'm kind of
obviously,
saying that towards like this time now. Like that time it makes sense because you got to wait for the writer to make more stuff. You're not
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
working on that much stuff. You may have
Mhm.
Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, and you're working on this. And so it's like that's great. Give us some content. That's fine. You know what I mean?
exactly.
In that sense, filler is super good because it's like we don't have any more content. But if you're gonna put a great movie,
Hmm.
then I'm fine. That's my favorite characters. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
universe,
Yeah,
the writer helps. I'm fine with that. I can agree that I'm fine with that.
Hey, what are your thoughts on it, Gabby? Where you fall?
Kind of. Not a fan of filler in a sense, but what you were saying earlier regarding, I mean, One Piece is our jam. We know that. So most One Piece filler
Right.
I don't mind because it's just tiny mini stories. Their filler really isn't long. It's when the filler gets to a point where it is super extended, like Naruto filler. I absolutely hate Naruto filler, the long ones.
Mhm.
Six-tailed beast one that wasn't that long. It was tiny. I thought it was a good story. I liked that one. A lot of their going into these random villages to see these people and fight and like save this girl from, I don't know, some water thing. I don't. There's so many things that are just like 25 plus episodes, and I'm like, I don't need, like, this adds nothing to the story. Why would I do that? It's the
Mhm.
long filler that gets me. The short filler I don't mind. The recap episodes I'll just skip. When
Right.
One Piece has recap episodes, I just tend to skip them nowadays.
Yeah, we,
Um,
we we know enough to what's happening.
I
We don't
know
need a
enough.
recap.
Um, Tiny filler, I'm okay with. Larger filler, yeah, not really a fan of it. But kind of sad we don't see it nowadays anymore, just because I do like that long running content.
Mhm.
But that's fine by me if we're getting better animation and actual quality storylines. Um, with these. It just makes me a little nervous sometimes when that happens nowadays, just because an anime ends and you're like, I don't even know if this is going to get a season two. I'm always waiting
True.
on bated breath if anything's going to get a season two, because there's
True.
so many things that come out that filler was almost a guarantee of, okay, it's going to keep going. So in a way, I'm sad to see it go, but I'm happy that we're getting better quality. So
Mhm.
it's like a, I don't know, catch 22.
I think one of the reasons why another reason why one of the One Piece ones don't bother me when it comes to their filler, because I feel like it doesn't lose the charm of the show. Like the Straw Hats still act like them and are them. Like it doesn't. When I watch like a Naruto one or a Bleach one, like you can feel like the filler like immediately upon it starting. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Where the way the Straw Hats are, just like I was saying, they're the goofy selves 1 minute, and then they stand behind their captain in a minute. Like it doesn't lose from the charm of the show. So I think that also helps for me when it comes to like their fillers.
Yeah.
I skipped them. I skipped them all when I watched One Piece through. But also, Toei just is so goofy to me that it's like when on their fillers it gets insanely more goofy. And one thing with me in One Piece is they be taking the magic away from my characters sometimes with how goofy they get, and I want to retain that magic. And I remember the first couple of fillers I watched, and then after that, I was like, yeah, no more. I think the only time I ever watched fillers was the Naruto, the first run. And then after that, I was like, never again. Never
Yeah, I've only
watch
watched them one time. Yeah, that's.
because I just forced myself because I was like, I want more Naruto. I want to see
Mhm.
more. But then every time it
Hmm.
was poop.com. So I was like, never again.
I think it was
Now I
100
just won't
episodes
watch
of just
Yeah.
straight filler. Like,
Oh, it's
just take
terrible.
it off the air, please. Just take it off the air
Naruto
at this
has the
point.
longest filler in the world.
Yeah, like just give us the last 5 minutes of the last episode. That's all we needed to see, and just cut
Yep.
it off.
But
Yeah.
they just didn't know as the studios back then how to like continue to make money when they
Mhm.
had like this huge influx of like something that's damn near Pokemon level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like all of a sudden it's gone while the writer writes for another 6 months, and so they're like, all right, well, our solution is filler.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
which unfortunately made us suffer. But now people talk and they're like, people talk now and they're like, I don't put Naruto up there because of the filler. I'm like, just skip it. It doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore.
Well,
People will
No,
be like,
just
I
skip
can't
when
it.
watch
it
One Piece because of the filler.
when
There's
it
so
comes to anime,
skip
I'm the
it.
same.
I'm like,
Also,
now
there's
not
no filler in
anymore.
One Piece pretty much. It accounts for
Yeah.
like maybe 50 episodes.
Well, I think overall it's like 120. But I'm like,
Okay.
still, comparatively to everything,
Yeah.
still skip it.
You could
Like
skip it.
it's you don't have to talk. Filler was during airing. Now that it's done, you just skip it. Filler doesn't matter anymore.
But it's still
I
a
Yeah,
told
priority
that's
you
for
when
not
anime.
really
Bleach
an
That's the
does
only
excuse
thing.
filler.
to not watch something.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
don't even compare. Like I can't put that on how I compare. Also because it comes down to the story from the writer and like the studio. What they decide to leech money off of has nothing to do with the original story. So
Yeah.
I can't really say filler takes away from the story for me anymore. Like initially, sure.
Filler doesn't take away from the story to me because I know it's filler. But as far as
Hmm.
where I placed anime, I have to hold it someplace because it's part of the anime. Unfortunately, like when you look up
I
200
mean,
episodes of something, they're sitting in that 200 run. So if I tell somebody to, hey, yeah, watch Naruto, for instance, great. I know in the back of my head they're gonna be right sitting there watching 100 episodes. Like it's part of it. You know what I
No,
mean?
because I
Like,
would tell them to skip the filler. That's part of like
Yeah, just tell them to
that's
skip
an
it.
airing flaw. That's not an anime flaw. That's like an
Because I feel
airing
like that
flaw.
would be bad because you can't compare it to anime today. Like if you say
Exactly. You
recommends two
couldn't
anime,
compare it
it's
to
like, hey,
anything.
here's this anime, but here's this anime. This one has filler, just skip it. So it'll be the same as the anime that just does not filler because it was released recently. So filler isn't a thing nowadays.
On top
And it's
of
their
it's
choice
not
whether to watch the filler or not.
exactly. And it's not regarded towards it because the show remains like the show was always booming, even through the filler was booming. And now, like, they did a consensus. It's like the top popular kid show across the world. So I'm like, they didn't really affect that's an airing flaw. So I understand hating it then seriously. I'm like, Bleach stopped a episode during a mid Getsuga show
that was
right before
that was god
like
awful.
the actual swing. Naruto finished the damn fight. We was about to go into the war. Boom, a year of filler. So it's like I get then, but I'm like now if you're to sit down and watch it now, or if you're to rate it as like a whole story, the filler don't really matter to me. But I also associate all the
Yeah.
mangas with my story too because I read all the mangas for my story. So it's a whole package to me.
And see, I come from only watching the anime, so that's all I had to go
Yeah.
off of until now. Yes, I'm starting to get more into the reading aspect of things, but yeah, just I can recommend it till I'm blue in the face, but it still has to me, like I said, it still has those fillers tied to that episode count, so it just hurts it somewhat for me. I can tell people, yes, just skip these particular episodes, but still, great question though, Gabby.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We don't have necessarily this week our like top threes or nothing because the new season is just getting underway and
I
everything
got
is not
mine.
out yet. I mean, we can talk. We still
Yeah,
gonna
I
have a
got mine for
conversation
sure.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into the new stuff that's come out, the old stuff that's still going, what we've watched and everything. Because I know some new stuff dropped that we've all had a chance to look at and how we feel about them. So, who wants to go first? Let's see.
I can go first.
What you got, Gabs?
Well, we already talked about Solo Leveling, so I'm gonna skip over that. We all love that. There's no hands down about that. It's the best one so far. But that's also because not the things I really was excited to watch have not dropped yet.
Fair
Like
enough.
Totally Bound Hanaka-kun, Apothecary Diaries. I'm really looking forward to Honey Lemon Soda actually that we looked at. So that drops
Okay.
the 9th. So I'm very interested in that. But I caught up with about 8 different ones. I will say right off the bat, there is one that I didn't even finish the first episode in and I immediately dropped.
Okay. Which one was that?
Ava Monica, The Die is Cast. We watched the
Okay.
trailer for that one last time. It's kind of got Ruby animation, but it looks like I don't think the trailer did it justice
Mhm.
for what it actually is because it made it think like it was like a drama kind of creepy one, but it was actually about a girl band.
Okay.
They didn't like an actual band, and I was really confused, and I just didn't like it. So I got like 12 minutes in, and I'm just like, this is not for me. So
Okay.
I dropped that one right off the bat.
Give it the 3-episode rule.
Nope.
No.
That was enough. That was enough for to get out of there.
I'm not a band anime person. Like about a singing group or things. That's just not my cup of tea.
I don't really like singing anime either. My issue is that singing is never really like good. I mean, I don't want to be bougie, but I'm a singer. So like the singing is never really like it's always like just like you can tell it was like poorly put together. Like I don't know. Like they could have got some real musicians, but I feel like they just didn't because they wanted to be weird studios. I don't know. But some hit like Carol and Tuesday and others.
Mhm.
Yeah. 2 that I saw that I just want to see what they're going with for next is I watched Promise of Wizard, which is I think it's probably going to work out to a reverse harem thing. Makes sense. Just like there were 50 million guys in that opening. I was like, is it going to end? I think there's at least 20. I got to go back and count. It was hilarious, actually. Visuals are beautiful. Mystery wizard world, great sage girl summoned into the world. She's just a normal human. So interested to see where that goes. I went to Escape from Princess Lessons. Seems pretty cute.
Okay.
I'm kind of on the fence about it just because, it's only the first episode.
Right.
But Princess doesn't want to be engaged to the prince. She's been educated for her entire life since she was younger, taken away from her family. Now all of a sudden it looks like the engagement got broken off, but I think the prince still likes her, and she moves out to a rural village, and I think the prince follows her or something. This is just from like a preview episode, so I gotta see next week what's going on.
Okay.
One that I'm going to just probably watch because it's relaxing content, Headhunted in Another World. I really, really enjoyed that one. It gave me just comfy vibes. It kind of almost, funny enough, it kind of gave me campfire cooking vibes in a way, just because I felt so relaxed while I was watching it. I'm like, this is just a good, nice, comfy anime. So that's
that was a Salaryman one?
Yeah, that was a Salaryman one. I really liked it a lot. I liked it. So it's definitely
was cool.
It's definitely going to be on my list. It's an anime I would watch when I'm stressed. And then three that I absolutely kind of loved, and I'm excited to see the next ones are Medakawa Kuriwa. This is the one where it's like Impervious to My Charm, the one with the MC with the weird hair that I kept complaining about.
Yes.
Actually, really cute. First episode, she's really crazy. And it's like a feel good little romance thing. I thought it was cute, so I'm gonna keep watching it. Fruit Master. I thought Fruit Master was hilarious. I loved that one. That gave me like, I don't know, it gave me slime vibes, and I don't know why, but it did. It's got the same kind of color scheme, nice little world building, and it's just so cute. So Fruit Master, I know Marcus talked about that one a lot, but I like it. I definitely recommend that one. And finally, possibly The Greatest Alchemist. That one is probably my favorite out of all the ones that I've watched so far.
Okay, I forgot about that one. I need to watch that one.
Yeah. The first part of the episode, I was like, this is weird. Like the weird god lady. I don't know. She was weird. But then like he got reincarnated, given another life in another world, and he's got all these skills and stuff. And I'm like, okay. It gives me typical isekai, I'm powerful vibes. But now he's got this cute little pet spider as a friend, and I'm so happy, and I love him, and her name is Maple.
Okay.
I love it. So I'm very excited for the next episode.
Okay.
It gives me Fluffy Paradise vibes. That's what this one gives me. And I loved Fluffy Paradise.
Fluffy Paradise.
It's the one that Marcus recommended to me. And if you haven't watched it, it's a crime and you need to watch it.
It's a crime?
Because for everyone.
The one you were talking about was possibly The Greatest Alchemist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that one too. It was cute.
Oh yeah, Fluffy Paradise. That's right up your alley.
Oh, I love
I can tell
Paradise.
just by
that
the
doesn't get a season 2, I'm gonna cry and riot at the same time.
That's terrifying. Crying and rioting, that's terrifying.
With a pitchfork.
Okay, that's an image.
So those are all the ones that I kind of cut off with first episodes that are out that I was interested in so far, which was a pretty good amount. And I actually have a decent list, so I'm like keeping track of everything.
Okay. I'll go next. I only did 6. Let's see. Let's start with Salaryman. I did watch that. I was bored as all living hell watching that, and I will not be revisiting that. It just, I was trying. There were things I was like.
The Headhunted.
Yeah, Headhunted.
Oh, Headhunted.
Yeah.
Headhunted.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did like the fact that when he first gets there, like the overlord is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you benefits. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you that. He's like, hold up, this is like one of the best bosses ever. Like, it's gonna pay me my worth of wages. Like, that was kind of funny. I actually smiled about that. But other than that, I just found it extremely predictable, and I found it very boring. It was hard for me to not stopping the episode to keep myself from doing something else while I was watching it. I had to force myself to get through the episode, unfortunately. If it picks up later down the line and y'all say that it's good, I'll pick it back up. But for right now, it did absolutely nothing for me. I also watched I'm Getting Married to the Girl That I Hate. It was actually better than I thought from the trailer. Their grandparents, I love them to death right now, because the whole premise is their grandparents are forcing them to get married. Basically, they had a thing apparently back in the day they never capitalized on. and they missed that. So his grandfather, got married to a woman that his parents accepted, had kids. She passed away like some years ago, and now he's like, now that I've done what I should have done in life, I'm gonna go find her, and we're gonna start something now. And she's been widowed for a while, and she's so head over heels for grandpa, and it just freaks the kids out. Like, this is weird, and they are forcing them. Like, for him, you get the company if you marry her, and whatever her thing is with grandma, they haven't told us yet. She whispered in her ear but didn't say. So, and they bought them a house that they build. They moved all their stuff in. They made them get married like the same day. Like, no, we're not waiting till after college. None of that. Y'all are getting married right now. We're starting this right now.
Wow.
Y'all aren't wasting any time. And they have one bed. And they have to sleep in the same bed. And for whatever reason, they hate each other. They haven't really got into why. It's probably something stupid. That's what I'm alluding to, because that was the grandparents thing. It was something stupid they were just bickering over, and they missed out on an opportunity. Now they're trying to make sure that they don't do the same thing. And it wasn't as funny as I wanted it to be, but it wasn't bad. It was good enough to make me want to give it another 2 episodes just to see what they're doing with it. So that one was pretty interesting. I also checked out Momentary Lily, that heavy CG one with the amazing action sequence that they had in the whole trailer. I don't know what this one is. Pretty.
Is that the girls with the gun one?
Yes, and they're jumping all around fighting things. Basically, these machine alien
there's
things.
like 3 girls with guns ones, so you may be thinking of another one.
Some had
the
guns,
one with the
some
long
had
action
swords.
sequence.
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Studio Go Hands.
Yeah. I don't know where the show is going. I found it interesting. I'm going to give it the full 3 episode watch. Like, the action was amazing, looked pretty. It seems like these 5 girls, like the last people alive, these aliens or machines, whatever, showed up one day and started taking people. And as far as they know, they're what's left. And they meet like a new girl who's been looking for like people or just whatever's out there. And they kind of like take her in and befriend her. And that's pretty much what the first episode's about. It's interesting. I'm not 100% sold, but it's definitely getting a 3 episode try for me. What else did I check out? Oh, I checked out let me scroll this over to get the name of this one. The Doctor Detective one. Akumi MD Doctor Detective. I watched 2 episodes around. I watched the first one, but I like it. Like, if you're into those, like House, The Good Doctor, Chicago Med, any of those type of medical shows, it gives that vibe completely. You have the main doctor person who has some personality issues, but they're smart as hell at what they do. And then the interesting cases she wants to help the police try to solve because she thinks she's smarter than, like, stuff like that. If you're into those type of like shows, those medical shows, I think you'll like it. And I am. So the first episode definitely has me kind of like want to see where it goes. Like, I might stick with it for the whole run, but that one I enjoyed. And lastly, I watched Zenshu, the one about the manga writer. That was, I'm gonna keep with it. Very, very interesting, because she does get isekai, like we were trying to figure out for the trailer. She does into like her favorite anime movie. And she's seeing it like it's like she's seeing it from like our perspective. Like, wait, did I just get isekai into an anime? Like, she's saying those type of things. Oh, that's anime food. I want to eat anime food. Like, she's being excited all about that kind of stuff. And she knows the movie. It's one of her like favorite movies. She's like, okay, the bird's about to fly here. Like, she knows everything about it. And first episode was pretty much about her just learning that she's pretty much like an ass kind of like in her everyday life, because she's so stressed out about getting this manga done into a movie that she cannot make heads or tails of. And everybody's pressuring her around her to, hey, like, you got anything new you've written lately? She's like, get away from me. No. Let me look at these drafts. No, you did this wrong. And like kind of brushing everybody off, and she's like stuck. And then when she gets into this world, like, you can see how she's starting to get her mojo back by the time the episode's over. So I was like, okay, this is interesting, but I might stick with this one because I like what they're doing with it. Other than that, I did watch the last 2 episodes of Blue Box. Thank you. Blue Box. And yes, Noah, those were some good episodes. Those were good. The end of that second one was episode 14. The way they closed that one out, first off, his friend told her she loved him. But you ain't got to say nothing to me right now. It's okay. You ain't got to say nothing. And she keeps teasing him about it. But then I knew Shorty wasn't going to make the shot in the basketball game. I knew she wasn't. It was going to be sad. But to come home and hear them having that conversation before they walk in the gym and you're standing right behind them, crushing. It's starting to give me the vibes I'm looking for with the show. Like I said, as it goes on, I'm liking it more and more. So my number one episode of the week is definitely Solo Leveling, followed by that episode of Blue Box. Third, probably the MD one, because out of all the new ones that I watched, that was the one I liked the most. I'll put the MD one in third for this week. What about you, Noah?
So I watched pretty much all the ones you guys said, except for the Princess one that Gabby said. I think it's the only one out of those I haven't watched. I'm not gonna lie, like I told y'all, everything was mid. Everything this season is mid.
I mean, nothing was like super standout.
Fine by me, but I'll tell you I'll tell you the ones that I really liked. Zenshu, the animation was spectacular. Yeah. Voice acting was great. Soundtracks was great. This is another B team Mapajone, and they haven't missed yet.
No, she started drawing. I was like, oh yeah, they're going in with the animation right here for sure. Yeah.
I know they did really well with Ranma, which is still on my list to catch up on, but the Mappa B team has just not. They haven't failed on anything. So that one was really enjoyable. The Hello Emily one was interesting as well. And like you said, I'm gonna give it 3 episodes to see, but the action and the CGI is just really interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that was good is I May Be a Guild Receptionist, but also a Little Any Boss.
Oh, I didn't know that came out. I want to see that one. Okay.
Is that one out yet? I thought it wasn't coming out until the 11th.
Yeah.
So officially it's not out.
Got it. Enough said.
But it's out somewhere. My girl, Rai Takashi, Emilia is the main actress.
I'm excited for that one.
Excited for this one because I just love hearing her voice, and the animation is good. The characters are pretty funny, so this will probably be my guilty pleasure one for the season. I also watched Living with an Otaku Neat Konoichi, and it was mid as hell.
Okay,
but I can see them falling all over it.
Mm-hmm.
There is one coming out that I was going to see if it was good, which was called Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf.
You were looking. I remember the trailer for that one. Yeah,
and I don't
that's
know
coming
why.
out on the 10th.
Yes.
It's not out yet. Yeah,
I don't know why, but it piqued my interest. Medalist, the one where he's training the young ice dancer. I did watch this, and this one was. It didn't pique my interest. I could see people liking it because it's a good slice of life, but it was not at all weird. So that was
okay. Because that was our main concern when we were.
That was one where we looked at it and went,
like, they look too young. Yeah, something weird about this one. But
she's young. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't at all weird, and it
see, sometimes you got to give it a shot.
Like slice of life,
I did with some show.
This is only the first episode.
Episode 1. At minimum. But that being said, Solo Leveling was just what it is. It's the best shit out, and they're killing it. Me and Sin got to see these first 2 episodes in the theaters, so we know what's coming. But it's great.
Yeah, I can't wait for episode 2. Yeah,
but what's coming after this? I found out that they're doing the Red Gate, which is what we saw in the theater. Then they're doing the Demon Castle arc, which if y'all remember in the first series, he went into a demon castle.
Yeah.
And then he had to come back, and he said, I'll come back later. So they're going to do that arc.
And it's supposed to be the Tenju Island arc or something like that they're doing as well.
They're going to do another arc before that arc, which is called the Jeju Island raid.
Jeju
Island is a real island in Korea. But it's actually like the second main island to Korea, like the main island, and then you have Jeju, which is like the second most populated island in Korea. But that island is going to be the biggest arc, and they're doing all of that in these 12 episodes. So readers out there,
that means it's just on the gas.
It's going to be fast paced.
Yeah.
Which no, it's actually about normal pace. It's about 5 chapters.
Oh, that's right. Manhwas are.
So
yeah,
they're throwing hands.
They have really long chapters that feel long, but they're just mostly pictures. So
Okay.
when it turns to animation, and they just haven't skipped a beat. Everything looks word for word, bar for bar, like the manhwa. Their choreography is so good. The characters are so good.
Oh
I was
yes.
thinking rewatching this. I'm like, man, the illustrator's character design is so cool with all the monsters, all the characters. They're all canon, all straight from the manhwa. So he does a great job. That's also my top pick, definitely. My
Mhm.
second pick would be Blue Box for sure, and then
Oh,
my
that was
third
such a good
pick,
episode.
yeah, it was great. And then my third pick will be Orb Movements of the Earth,
Okay.
because once again, every week they haven't missed, just 10 out of 10 episodes every week. This is definitely going down on some it's kind of on the level of like Vinland Saga, where this is better than just anime. This one is like your regular anime fan probably won't be a fan of it, and your regular individual probably won't be a fan of it. I think it's like a really powerful message in it, and I think it's like stronger than just anime.
How many episodes behind am I?
I feel that about Vinland Saga too, that it's almost zero other
4.
anime that portray the same message. So to me, this series is kind of like, it's not even I don't even call it anime. I know this show that you should watch because they're just so good, bro.
I'm like 4 episodes behind. I might watch those
Those
tomorrow at
are
work just to catch
top
up on
three.
them, just to make sure I'm caught up
Mhm.
still.
They have not had a bad episode. How much that gets you thinking, it's just crazy. And if you, like I always say, if you like historical perspectives, then you'll definitely love the show. But I've said that a bunch, so those are my top three.
Okay, and remember, everybody, if y'all want to see us go through the entire winter lineup, sign up for Patreon. Full video is over there for you all to watch. Patreon members, you already have it. So go watch it and let us know which episodes you're looking forward to during this winter 2025 season. Is there anything else that we need to discuss before we get out of here, you two? Anybody have anything?
A topic would be cool.
Does anybody have anything?
No.
I don't have one this week.
Okay.
No,
We'll make sure we are back with another one next week. I been locked in on too many different things, so I didn't come up with one for myself, but it's all good. I feel like we still had a great episode this week. A lot of stuff to look forward to the next week because more episode 1s will be dropping. So we're going to take a look at them and come back here and talk to you about those. Me and Noah will probably sit down at some point this weekend and watch some of those depending on the schedule. So yeah, let's say we shut this down. We get out of here because it is Monday night. It is still snowing. I got to clean up the car one more time at least. I really don't want to, but it is what it is. I'll do that after wrestling. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that after wrestling. So until next week, everybody, y'all know where to find us Thursdays at 9:30 in the Discord with Thriller Park. And outside of that, you will find us Thursdays at 10 a.m. when a new episode drops, which would be this one. So until next week, we'll catch you later. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.
Loading snacks.